Good morning, everyone. Roger Nichols here. Well, I'm going to make a follow-up video because I've been getting a lot of private messages about this, and also in my comments, I know it's starting to heat up a little bit, and it's about my grandniece and, Antifa. And I cannot say a whole lot because, like I said, Foxtrot Bravo India has taken this over, as well as DHS. So I'm not talking out my ass. These are things that we had literally sat down and spoke with these two agencies about, and their concerns, and what my grandniece has brought to the table as far as evidence. There's still people out there that really think Antifa are just a bunch of dumb fucking knucklehead kids with nothing better to do, so they just want to be accepted somewhere because nobody else accept them. That's partially true, but like I had said before, 99% of the people that are part of Antifa are from the ages of 17 to 30, and these are intelligent, very intelligent, mostly white individuals that are somehow linked to studying like law, the justice system, things like that. They really, really target these young individuals, and especially through the businesses that I had mentioned. One of the biggest, Starbucks, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and there's like 4 or 5 others that we will learn. But this isn't something I'm just blowing out my ass, people. This is from what I have learned through talking to these two agencies. This is a real problem. So 100% yes, these are paid, professional, domestic terrorist protesters. I mean, you can't deny it. Even though people are denying it, it's because they themselves are in denial. I made a comment on my original post about this concerning my grandniece. People that are in denial of Antifa being, professionally trained and paid, are also the ones that probably think that Jimmy Hoffa wasn't connected with the mafia. I mean, it's that ridiculous. But everybody knows I respect all my supporters' opinions and beliefs, and I've had a lot of people contact me privately that are, pro and con on this. And I'll talk to anybody as long as they're respectful. That's why I ask in the comments of both these videos, please just keep it tame, okay? If you guys want to have a debate with each other, I'm not going to step in unless it gets really nasty, okay? So just, everything can remain civil and intelligent. But I'm here to tell you, this is real. This is a real problem, and I can't say a whole lot about it because, my involvement in this. But the things I've seen with my own eyes, the things that I was able to touch with my hand, tangibility, I'm talking about, people, and documents I was able to read. This isn't a bunch of fucking dumbass kids that organize some neighborhood gang and they're going to go throw bricks at people. Absolutely not. If you think that, you're in denial. And, I hate to say this, but it almost makes me think that people that think this way are probably in support of these fucking domestic terrorists. And I want to clarify something else I had said about the Catholic Church. I didn't say the Catholic Church as a whole was supportive of groups like this, domestic terrorist groups like Antifa. Even though my personal belief is possibility. I mean, the last pope was super liberal, and it even mentioned things about letting the people protest, don't stop them, and then the very last thing they would do, peacefully, of course. Well, that should be the first thing that you tell people, not the very last. But I know for a personal fact, because I've had personal interactions and dealings with Catholic churches, because we used to donate to all forms of churches. The Catholic Church is 100% harboring these terrorists. And that's proven. I've seen it on paper. And they're also harboring and helping illegal invaders to this country. And that's just a known fact. I mean, look from the very beginning to current. Not so much anymore, because Trump is doing a good job of cleaning out the fucking sewage that has flowed over here. And again, big point. There is a huge difference between a legal immigrant than an illegal invader, okay? I support 100% people that come over here that are legal immigrants that want to make a better life for themselves, and I've helped them. But the illegal invaders that come over here that want a free ride just because we're the United States of America, the home of the free and the brave, they interpret that in their own way. And no, they should not have asylum in our churches, schools, anywhere else. It's fucking ridiculous. It's wrong. It's illegal. And it's just like these protesters, being offed in their vehicles or whatever. This may sound callous, but I don't give a shit. If these people are stupid enough to come at anybody, I'm talking to even a citizen, if it was you, come at you with a vehicle and you were armed and you could protect yourself, you would. If you say you wouldn't, you're a liar. I've been in this situation twice, and I've already explained that in prior videos. I don't care if my family's with me and these people try to block the highway so I can't get through, and they're standing in front of me, they're going to be undercoating. And that's why I don't go into the twin dumpsters of Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul. It's a fucking dumpster. I try to keep myself away from those situations instead of putting myself in those situations so I can avoid that, having to protect myself or my family in that way. But I've had to twice. Point is, Antifa and other groups like Antifa are paid professional protesters. They get paid. They are given, or issued, I should say, equipment to professionally protest, or riot, I should say. Now, I'm not going to go on and on about that, but I just wanted to do the update. My grandniece is doing great. She's still in college, doing good, and she does have protection. But she's still getting the threats, but this is where these people are a little bit ignorant in their tactics because they're being traced and found out. So my grandniece's specific case or particular case might be coming out in the news, may or may not be. So if it's allowed to where I can give out that information, I'll tell you when and where and all that good stuff. But this is serious, people, no joke. If you do not think Antifa is a paid, professionally trained domestic terrorist organization, you need to rethink your morals. If you look back, there was even people that were going on and being trained by ISIS. Do you remember that? That's not me just saying this. This was in the news. when this whole ISIS thing was going on, Antifa just started to get big. They actually went over and were trained by ISIS members and come back here and learned how to wreak terror on their own people here in the United States. That's Antifa. God bless. Godspeed. We'll chat again.